one more month left until the year's over, and Bleach very well might be anime of the year. At least I think so. 2 months ago, I made a video on Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and I said that it's anime of the year, and I really did believe that. I love that anime. I think it's a masterpiece. But after watching this new season of Bleach, the 1,000 Year Blood War arc, it's just a different beast, a different level. And do I think it's that much better than Cyberpunk Edgerunners? Or do I think it's even better than any other anime this season, like Chainsaw Man and Mob Psycho? I don't think it's that far beyond the head of those anime, because those anime are also incredible. But again, only 8 episodes in, and Bleach is to me, in my opinion, front runner for anime of the year. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm always switching my opinions on what's the best anime of the year. Like every 2 months, every season, I'm always changing. No, it just so happens that Cyberpunk was really, really good. And I said in that video that we'll have to wait for Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho, and Bleach. And so here we are now. Bleach is my anime of this year. If I could simplify this season of Bleach, 8 episodes in, 1,000 Year Blood War arc, to not be cliche because this phrase gets thrown around a lot, but Bleach, the 1,000 Year Blood War arc, to me, it's peak shonen. Only 8 episodes in. And to me, I think this is the epitome of a truly magnificent shonen anime. I think this season of Bleach is the standard, the premier standard for shonen anime. I really do believe that. These 8 episodes have been like fantastic, but when something like this is so good from a visual perspective, a storytelling perspective, a music perspective, the OST, the animation, right? Visuals, right? Everything. It's hard to quantify just how good it is. And I'm just blown away. I really am. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to butter up Bleach. I'm not trying to gas it up because I don't need to. But I'm not playing when I say that. I did not expect it to be this good. Mainly because Studio Period is animating it. And I've never talked about it, but I am not a big fan of Studio Period. I really do think, in the bottom of my heart, that Studio Period, before this season of Bleach, I thought they were a really bad anime studio. I know. Extremely hot take. The anime that did Naruto, Bleach, and everything else. In my opinion, the way Studio Perry handles their adaptations is just nowhere near the level of quality of the respective mangas, right? I think the manga for Naruto is better than the anime. And I mean, obviously Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, the manga's obviously way better. But in essence, aside from the fight scenes, that Studio Period does really well. They do fight scenes, choreography, some of the best in the business, right? But other than that, I think they gave us some really subpar and mid adaptations. And that's all from pacing issues and storyboarding issues. Emphasis on pacing issues. Holy hell. When it comes to pacing, Studio Period is god awful. But that speaks to the quality of the storytelling that is the mangas of Naruto and Bleach, right? How, in my opinion, even though they were given some not so good adaptations, but the animes are so extremely popular and revered throughout the entire anime community. But in my humble opinion, at best, they were good anime. So yeah, because of all that, I am happily surprised. I am positively shocked just how incredible Studio Period has been handling 1,000 Year Blood War. Cause my god, these episodes are literally movie theater level quality, cinema level quality, of the highest quality. Studio Period really went all out for this season of Bleach. And for good reason, because A, it's the return of Bleach. And not only that, it's what every manga reader has been saying, the best war arc in manga. And yeah, it's looking like it is. It might be the best war arc in anime. And I'm just glad. And really I'm happy for the Bleach fans that have been waiting, years for this. The first episode of this season, in my opinion, and it's hard to say because there's been so many good episodes already. Some all-time great anime episodes. But that first episode, when it finished, I almost stood up and started clapping. I'm not even playing. I almost did that, but I was like, wait, what am I doing? That's how good that episode was. The quality of it blew me away. The music blew me away. The scale of it, right? How it was able to terrorize you. The fact that there was like no time to chill. It didn't let you breathe. From the opening fight scene, it was basically just Studio Period flexing and, showing us just how amazing the level of animation we're gonna get for this entire arc. That's what the opening fight scene was. Where you have Urio skating around. You had Chadwick and Cool. You had Orihime and her mommy milkers bouncing around. Really cool, right? Beautifully animated. And obviously Ichigo. And that was just Studio Period telling us, we got you guys. We're back. Better, way better than ever, right? And modern animation just blowing us away. And the last, I want to say 10 minutes of that episode, just masterful. It was scary. It was truly terrifying. And it had you worried. It had you worried for Ichigo, for Yamamoto, And that's my biggest praise of this season so far. Yes, everyone's talking about the animation, right? Everyone's talking about the music. Everyone's talking about the visuals. Everyone's talking about the fight scenes. But the real fear, the raw fear that this anime elicits, it's just crazy how real it feels. Because you really are worried about these characters. And that's why the first episode is so good. It had to be that good. It had to be perfect. It had to be one of the best episodes in anime history, which I think it is. I think it's one of the best episodes in anime history because that first episode showed you how strong the enemy is. It showed you how powerful the Quincy's are, how much of a threat they can be. And it really had you worried, and for good reason, because the Quincy's, the Stern Ritter, they're terrifying. The feeling that this season has given me, the fear for the safety of the characters, doesn't matter who it is, whether it be Ichigo, Yamamoto, Byakuya, anyone, right? That same level of fear, that same level of worry, is the same feeling that I got while watching Avengers Infinity War, where you were so worried that at any point, your favorite character could die. Iron Man, at any point, could die. The Hulk could die. Captain America could die. That's what made the movie so good. The stakes were that high. Like that one scene with Iron Man, Doctor Strange, in New York, and they're fighting Ebony Maw. You were terrified because you knew that they could die. That's how big the threat was. And Bleach gives off that same feeling. The stakes are incredibly high. The enemy is incredibly dangerous. And at any point, anyone can die. And I've never felt that way in a shonen ever. A battle shonen. I've never felt that with Naruto, with Demon Slayer. I just didn't feel that. Not even with Madara. And that's why I'm very praiseworthy of Studio Period right now. Because they made me feel fear. They did. Even though Yamamoto was, this godlike, powerful character, I was still worried. And, for good reason. But yeah, on a visual level, I think this anime has the best visuals this year. And 2 months ago, I said that Cyberpunk had the best visuals of the year at that time. The futuristic setting, the cyberpunk setting, and top it off with, these very bright lights juxtaposed with these very dark shadows, these very dark blacks. It just looked beautiful. And you had some of the best shots I've ever seen in anime. But I think the visuals in Bleach are just a little better. I think they're more creative. I think they're more beautiful. I think they're more haunting, if that makes sense. Especially in the context of the fight scenes. Animation wise, I mean, some of the best animation of all time. One thing that I see when I watch this anime, right? This season of Bleach. What I see is what Studio Perry was missing. When they were animating Naruto. When they were animating Bleach. What I think Studio Perry was lacking in those anime was creativity. But when I watched this season, when I watched the fight scenes, not just choreography, right? But the storyboarding, the creativeness, the scale of it. Studio Perry just didn't have that with other properties. But they now have that with the 1,000-Year Blood War. You have some really brilliant ideas. And Studio Period just goes all the way with them. And it shows just how much they care for this anime. How much they care for this property. How much they care about Tite Kubo's manga. That they're going beyond what they usually do. Seeing animes like Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, it really shows you the gap from a great anime to an all-time great anime. It is not a close gap. It is a really, really big gap. A football field level gap. And yeah, the team of Studio Period, whether it's the same team that, animated or worked on the first couple seasons of Bleach, or an entirely different new team, but they're doing an S tier level on how you adapt a very good manga. From a visual standpoint, directing, storyboarding, animation, the colors, the shots, this anime is beautiful. From a story perspective, the characters, the fear that you get from watching these characters go up against the Quincy's, the Stern Ritter, the main villain. How do you even say his name? I don't even know how to say it. Yawak. I don't know. Cool villain, really cool villain, terrifying villain. I mean, yeah, guys. Again, this anime is a standard. It's peak shonen, the standard for shonen for years to come. Whether or not for you it's anime of the year, I think we can agree that in terms of shonen, this is one of the best, if not the best. But yeah, guys, Bleach is back, better than ever, bigger than ever, and in my opinion, only 8 episodes in. To me, it's anime of the year. And I think it's an achievement. In a season that has Chainsaw Man, Spy Family, Mob Psycho, Blue Lock, My Hero, the fact that Bleach is out on top, really, really cool. I'm really happy for Tai Kubo. He deserves this. His property, his manga, his story, his baby deserves this level of quality. And I'm also really happy for for the Bleach fans that have been waiting for a very long time. The entire anime community deserves this. It's not often that we get high level shonen of this caliber. Not just animation. Shonen is more than just animation. It's more than just fight scenes. And this anime, Studio Period, they're proving there's more. That it can be more. Okay, everybody. That's what I think. Let me know your thoughts. How much are you enjoying this season? But also this season in anime. Incredible season. Stacked. Out of all of them, which is your favorite? Which is the best? And more importantly, what is your anime of the year? But yeah, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. And if you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it and it would help me out a lot. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.